and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a back roll off the flats at the cable park. Let's go! The back roll is usually one of your first air tricks to learn at a cable park. So I recommend to either start off with a railie or a back roll as your first air trick. Starting off with the back roll might be less scary than starting right away with a railie, because crashes are usually not as hard as performing a railie, because you immediately throw yourself into a rotation and usually don't have those hard front edges like you can have as a railie. So this could be why you start with a back roll. However, starting off with a railie as your first air trick might be better, because you learn how to release properly. Because it's possible to land a back roll without a proper release, but landing a railie without a proper release is usually not possible. Because when doing a back roll, you can also only throw yourself around and land back on your board without releasing properly. So it might be better to start off with a railie to learn the release right away, and then it's easier to keep going with other air tricks. But you can also just start off right away with a back roll. So let's do this. Before attempting this trick, you should be able to do basic spins on the water, on features of the kicker, maybe already doing your first flips off the kicker, and also knowing how to edge on your heels and on your toes. The more board control you have, the easier it will be to learn a back roll. If you already know how to do an air railie, that's perfect. So the back roll is the next step for you, and it won't be too difficult to learn it. Position. The best position for your first back roll is in front or after the motor tower, because there's the most pull upwards and usually the best tension. After you are coming through the corner, first go a bit to the inside of the cable to slow down, and then start edging to the outside. By doing this, you make sure that your board sits nice and deeply in the water, and that you are building up tension and not just speed. You can also do it to the inside of the cable park. Just take the corner a bit wider as you usually would and perform a C-shaped cut to the inside around the corner. The cut. For the back roll, use a shorter and more aggressive cut to get a nice upwards pull. While edging, have your body weight distributed slightly more on your rear leg. It helps to pull up your toes to make sure to stay on the edge. Build up tension using your body weight to lean against the cable. Keep the handle close to your hip. Bend your elbows around 90 degrees. During your cut, it helps to look to the shore or side to maintain a strong edge. When you have the feeling you have built up enough tension, usually after around 2 seconds on your edge, it is time to release to get pulled up in the air. Release your cut under or slightly outside the cable. To release your board off the water, kick the heel of your front foot down and sidewards into the water. Also, looking around your front shoulder and bringing your front hip up. With this motion, you initiate the back roll. By having your weight distributed slightly more on your rear leg, it will help you to initiate a faster rotation. For the release, try imagine drawing a circle with your board halfway in the water and completing the circle in the air. While you are doing this, it is key to stay on your edge and to keep your body weight behind you with your arms locked into your hip. Otherwise, you will lose all the tension you just built up. Do not flatten off your feet. Keep your heels digged into the water, pulling your toes up. After releasing and initiating the back roll properly, you will get a nice upwards pull. Keep pulling the handle to your front hip to finish the rotation in the air. Bend your knees, get the board back under your feet and absorb the landing right away. Congrats, you just landed your first back roll. Possible mistakes. Not releasing properly. Sometimes I see people only throwing their body around and not really releasing the board off the water. By doing this, you will lose all the tension. So it's really important to not just throw your body around, but also, after building up the tension, digging your front foot hard and backwards into the water. By doing this, you will get pulled upwards and doing a nice back roll. Really imagine drawing a circle with your board halfway in the water and continuing it in the air. So it's really important to release first, keep the handle close to your hip and then initiate the rotation, continuing it and finishing it in the air to land a nice back roll and to get a nice upwards pull. Under rotating. Sometimes I see people having troubles with the rotation, like getting stuck halfway in the air after releasing properly. If you have a problem with the rotation, I recommend you to really try having your weight distributed a bit more on your rear foot before and during the release. This will help you with a good rotation. This will make you rotate faster and so you won't stop halfway in the air. If you have the weight too much on your front foot, sometimes it can happen that you get stuck halfway in the air. So really try to have a bit more weight onto your rear foot and you will see that you will rotate faster. Also, in the air, keep pulling the handle to your front hip so that you continue the rotation and land nicely. Over-rotating. It can also happen that you over-rotate the back roll and immediately land to revert, so with an additional frontside 180. This is fine. You can do it to land your first back roll to revert. If you want to avoid over-rotating, really try not to open up your shoulder, because usually it happens when you come around with the back roll and you open up your front shoulder and then only having your left hand or your rear hand on the handle and then you initiate the frontside 180. So after doing the back roll in the air, try to only pull it to your front hip and maybe let your rear hand go off the handle so that you don't do the additional 180. If you still have some troubles, just keep going, especially if it's your first air trick. I know it can be a long process to learn it, but don't give up. You will learn it. Enjoy the process. Key points. Short and slightly aggressive cut. Build up tension by using your body weight to lean against the cable. Keeping your hands close to your hips and your elbows bent around 90 degrees. Weight distributed slightly more on your rear leg. Release by digging the heel of your front foot down and sidewards into the water. Keep your arms locked in during the release. Look around your front shoulder to initiate the rotation. Keep pulling the handle to your front hip to finish the rotation in the air. Bend your knees and absorb the landing. Enjoy the process. I hope this video helps you to stick your first back roll off the flats. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and drop a comment below if you have any questions or what you want to see in my next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next videos. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.